Enid, Oklahoma, from the wheat fields to the economic, social, medical, and educational hub of Northwest Oklahoma. Enid is a safe, economic place to live, work, and raise a family. A city with an entrepreneurial spirit. Enid is a community overflowing with boundless opportunities, building an original heritage, and pulsating with a vibrant quality of life. Now join Steve Kime as he brings another exciting program highlighting our great city.
Hello, my name is Steve Kime and welcome to City Connections. Thank you for joining me today. I have the privilege of serving as the Director of Marketing and Public Relations for the City of Enid. One of my responsibilities in this role is to serve as the communication liaison between the city administration offices and to you, the citizens of Enid. Our special guest for this edition of City Connection is Marcy Jarrett. And Marcy is the Director of Enid Convention and Visitors Bureau. Marcy, welcome. I know you're a busy individual. Thank you for taking time to be with us today. So right off the bat, why don't you tell us, Convention and Visitors Bureau, how does it serve a city like Enid?
Well, you know, our goal is to bring new money to town so that it's not just the citizens' dollars that are helping pave the streets, pick up the trash, pay the police and fire, but it's to bring money in from out of town, from places like Wichita, Tulsa, Oklahoma City, all other areas. That's our goal. We're an economic development arm of the city. There's the Economic Development Alliance, and there's the Convention and Visitors Bureau. And so our goal is to bring new money using the travel and tourism industry.
So if your goal is to be part of the economic engine, let me ask you this, who's the customer? Who are you looking for outside of Garfield County, I guess?
You know, Steve, it's really more like who is not the customer.
Okay.
Because our customers...
Okay, who is not the customer then, Marcy?
Our customers are really everywhere because you, for example, just any individual citizen, it might be your turn to host the family reunion. And we don't want you to say no. We want you to please say yes and then call our office because we'll make you look good. We will help you with all the logistics and all the planning. So our customers can be a resident. They can be someone who's looking for a weekend getaway. We have many, many different markets that enjoy coming to Enid. A big market for Enid is the medical market. You know, Aunt Lucy could be in the hospital because she had a heart attack and you have to come to Enid. So we want to help you have a good experience. But it can be a couple on their way to Colorado. They come through. We have people pass through on their way because they're on the Chisholm Trail. You know, our customers are varied, and really it's more, everyone is our customer, and residents are our customer, because we want them to be good ambassadors, and we provide them with good information so they know what's going on in Enid. So when they get that question, what is there to do in Enid, hopefully we have given them an answer to that question.
And let me further expand upon what you were sharing. With the City of Enid, you partner with us all the time on events and efforts, if you will. In June, we have a leadership conference that the City of Enid is basically hosting, inviting speakers, but we have enlisted your expertise and your knowledge and your wealth of experience in doing this. We're kind of inviting people from all over the state to come to Enid for this leadership event. It's called Citizens Academy, but yet I call Marcy up and say, Marcy, you know how to host people and you know how to treat people. And so I think it's important that if I'm in a corporate setting here in Enid, and if I'm calling in a leadership conference in my corporate community of leadership from all over the country or the state, and if I need help in hosting, can they contact you and say,
absolutely,
help us? We
want to help people have a good experience in Enid. And we do that at Advanced Air Force Base. You know, they may only be here for 2 years, so we connect with the spouses group. Or if you are a corporate person and you'd like to have a weekend getaway or bring your group in, and maybe you'd like to have an off-site event, but you're not sure what facilities in town can handle it, our office we'd be glad to step in and help you with any of that. We can help create events. If you're bringing 50 or 100 of your corporate people here or looking for an event, give us a call and we'll see what's out there and what we can help you with.
I just think it's important to know to our viewers is that Marcy's role and her staff's role is not necessarily always outside Garfield County or outside Enid, that if we need to bring people to us, to Enid, that you're in a position to help us out.
Well, and sometimes it expands beyond even to places like Lahoma, where they're having a group of people come in July, but they don't have the hotel rooms.
Right.
So we're really for this region because Enid has the hotel rooms and the restaurants to help out this part of the state.
Well, I know the month of May, and it's hard to imagine the month of May is already here, but the National Travel and Tourism Week, recognized in America, is the first full week in May, and this has been the case since 1984. And Marcy, you shared with me some statistics the other day that was really interesting. Is that tourism is Oklahoma's third largest industry. I had no clue. I knew it was a big business, but third largest. And then Garfield County ranks 9th among 77 Oklahoma counties in tourism spending, which is over $81 million. So, wow, tourism is a big deal.
And
what are the
Garfield
numbers?
County is higher than Payne County, which was Stillwater, and we know that OSU is in Stillwater. So that tells you the money that's coming into Garfield County.
I guess you have to capitalize on that, knowing what you have here in your community, but you have to put forth the effort and the events and the hosting and the tourism and all this. It can all be in place, but if you don't let the world know about it, it just kind of exists, right?
Well, you know, and we're a new entity. We were just created in November of 2010, and before that, people didn't know a lot about Enid. There were a few people getting out and getting the word out, but they really didn't know everything Enid had. And you know, in this day and age, if a city is not, you know, representing itself and marketing itself, you know, that saying, if you sit still, people will go around you, and it's as though you're going backwards. So there are cities that are out there promoting themselves, and Enid is really new to that game. So we have some catching up to do, and we're trying to do that in all of our efforts. But it is critical for Enid to be out there, for us to be at the table, and for us to be at meetings in Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, to show that Enid's ready to play. We invite people here, and we will take good care of you. And you know, people do business with their friends.
Sure.
And in my business, I'm about creating friends. That's the way I look at it. We're creating more friends that we can bring to Enid. So, and we do that with our motor coach tour operators. They know that they're going to get very special attention when they come to Enid. They count on it, they return to us. We have one lady who's brought 3 groups to Enid because she enjoys how she's taken care of.
And it's all about relationships. You're talking about creating friendships, but from friendships it goes to relationship. And when you have that really strong relationship, then another tour comes, another tour, and people know what to expect when they come to Enid. Well, speaking of expectations, we have this rather impressive medal between us here, Marcy. What can you tell us about this? Very impressive.
Well, this was from last year's Redbud Awards, as the Oklahoma Travel Industry Association Awards. So it's your peers voting on you, and a new entity, not even 2 years old, the Enid Convention and Visitors Bureau was awarded the Tourism Organization of the Year, and that is quite an honor, but it's a testament to the hard work of the staff and the support of the city and the support of our attractions, because everyone's a partner with us. You know, we alone, we don't have a product. Our product is all of Enid. So we work with everyone all the time because that's what we're about. It's similar to we're the stage hands behind the stage, and Enid is center stage. And so we value that we were recognized for that, but we know it's really everybody's award.
Well, it's impressive. It looks sharp, and I can see why you want to proudly display that. So thanks for bringing that today.
That was a lot of hard work, but just to be recognized, we greatly appreciate it. And you know, the reward of doing a good job is the opportunity to do more.
Our guest today is Marcy Jarrett of the Enid Convention and Visitors Bureau, and we'll have more with Marcy right after this.
Hello, my name is Eric Benson. I'm the city manager for Enid, Oklahoma. We're located in northwest Oklahoma, just a short drive from Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and Wichita. We're the economic, social, medical, political, and educational hub of the area. Not only do we have the largest retail trade center in the area, serving a customer base of over 200,000 people throughout northwest Oklahoma and southwest Kansas, but we have a diversified economy that continues to provide jobs for the people of the area and opportunity for future growth. Oil and agriculture have always been major components of Enid's economy, but we've diversified our industrial base, and we're the home of many nationally recognized corporations. Enid is a safe and economic place to live. It's a great place to work. It's an even better place to raise a family. Our air is clean, our lifestyle refreshing. We have all the amenities of a large city, but we retain the friendly atmosphere of a small town. So if your company is thinking of relocating, I hope you'll consider Enid, Oklahoma. I promise you'll find a community that is overflowing with boundless opportunities. We're building an original heritage and we're pulsing with a vibrant quality of life. Learn more about Enid on our website at enid.org or call me at 580-616-7246. Hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to City Connections. I'm Steve Kime with the City of Enid, and our guest today is Marcy Jarrett. Marcy, what strategies does Visit Enid use to attract visitors to Enid? What's the strategies you have in place?
Well, some of the strategies may be more obvious to the residents than others, and that's with our travel guide or with our quarterly calendar events. They may see those out in restaurants or the table tents that we put out there again, so they can answer that question if they get asked what is there to do in Enid. But that's also designed to create repeat business. So that if somebody's here maybe for Tri-State or they're here visiting a family member, they see, well, what's coming up in June, or Hairsprays in July, I might want to come back. So there again, that's why we do 3 months at a time to help people plan ahead. But we do ads in different publications, and most of those are outside Enid, Oklahoma Today, or Group Travel Leader that goes directly to motor coach tour operators. Or we do Metro Family, which gets to the family market in Oklahoma City. That's a very good market for us. So sometimes we do Tulsa People publications, sometimes Wichita or newspapers. So really a variety, but online is the direction for a lot of advertising right now, and interactive and packages, giveaways, and things like that. So, but then we also do some direct mail. We assist different groups, whether it's Chautauqua or the Cirque Musica, we'll assist them with doing direct mail to different senior centers and churches in the area that would bring groups.
Well, I like the phrase, the keywords, Visit Enid. I mean, that just says it all in just 2 words. And I can personally give you a little testimony on the strategies working, because I have seen the Visit Enid billboard on I-35, and then not too long ago I was traveling down to around Marlow, Oklahoma, going down the turnpike, and got off at the at the McDonald's there in the Chickasha area, and I'm walking by this little table display of all the Visit Oklahoma, and there was a information on Visit Enid.
Yes.
So
yes, and
that information gets around.
That is a service. That's one of those ways we reach out, and we have to pay for that service to be in pretty much Oklahoma City and western Oklahoma, and then on into Kansas, because that is a market for us. So we do pay. We pay a hefty amount for that, but that gets the visitor guides out, and there's 50,000 of those travel guides that we print each year, and we usually run out each year.
If someone's watching the program and they do not live within the city limits of Enid, perhaps they live in Perry or somewhere in north central, northwestern Oklahoma, maybe that 2-hour radius that you were talking about a little bit earlier, and they want to organize a trip to Enid, where do they begin? How do they get started?
Well, they can call us, 233-ENID, 580-233-3643. They can give us a call, or they can send us an email. And if they'll let us know what their group would like to do. I get a call from a gentleman in Oklahoma City the other day. He's got a group coming in June, so we're working with him. The first thing I'll ask them is, what do you like to do? What is your interest? And they may say, well, we'd like this whole Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center. Some of them want to do the Chisholm Trail. Some of them want to come to a production. The Gaslight has a great name in the state, so they want to come to a production. Sure. And some of them want to shop. They want to come here and see just experience some new shopping. And then in the fall or December, it can be Christmas in the Village. So the first thing I always do is ask them what they'd like to do. And some of them just want to tour around town. They don't know about Enid. So, and that's a lot of fun, because a motor coach tour is a chance to change the perception of 50 people at one time. And that's my goal, is by the end of my little hour as a step-on guide of taking them around town, and they go, wow, I had no idea. I had a gentleman last Thursday with a group from Wichita, and at the Railroad Museum, he said, we came here as a mystery tour, and that's where they don't know where they're going. Sure. And they love mystery tours. He said, when we turned off I-35, I thought, oh no, we're going to Enid? What's there? And he looked at me as though he felt bad, and I said, it's okay, because I know where you're going with this. And he said, yeah, I want to bring my grandkids back to Leonardo's, I want to bring my wife back. We're going to come back. He said, I didn't have any idea you had this here. So that's why I enjoy the motor coach so much, because it's a chance to change their perception. And then they go back, they tell others. We've already gotten another group coming off of that very tour. So that's a great way to work with people, 50 at a time or more.
Your response to that question when you said, wow, prompts me to the next question. what are the key ingredients for that successful tour? I'm sure one of the successful ingredients is to have that person visiting to say wow. But what are some other, that you know that you've done your job, and yeah, they walk away saying wow, but what are the other successful ingredients?
Well, you know, there's a saying in the theater, you always want to leave them wanting more. And with a motor coach, we tease them. We give them a taste of several different things they can do, but we also keep them moving. And that's the trick also, is to keep the tour moving and have them interested and give them reasons to come back. Yet again, creating that repeat business. We let them know, well, if you like Cherokee Strip Regional Heritage Center, you'll love coming back for the Christmas event. You'll love coming back for this or that. So we give them a taste, and taking care of their creature comforts, just making sure they've got a facility stop, they can stretch their legs, they enjoy the little treats and the special attention, and just listening to them. And I kind of play with them on the bus, and we joke and we have a good time. But also to know that they've got someone from Enid that's going to spend the day with them on that bus, on that motor coach. We're going to be there to answer their questions and help them have a good experience. That's a relief to the tour operator, to the bus driver, to everyone. And so it's really making it personal. And I've had to change plans in the middle of a tour because something didn't work out. But that's just what you do. And you help them have a good experience, but making sure it's tailored to what their interests are.
Right, you just can't provide a cookie cutter experience
You
each
really
time,
can't, Steve. You're absolutely right. You can't, because they'll know that. They will know that. Now, we have certain things in Enid that's what we have, our main points, and they'll want to see those. But we'll change it up, put a spin on it, and let them enjoy it the way they want to enjoy it.
I'm aware that you have some limitations in what you can do, mainly providing day tours, if that's the correct term to use. But with downtown going through just a rebirth, if you will, with the Enid Event Center, we've got the convention hall, the Hilton Garden Inn on the horizon, if you will. This provides another hotel, more rooms to stay. How does that change your world and add into your Enid First strategy? Now people can stay a little bit longer than just 4 hours during the day if they have a place to stay. So how's that going to help out?
You're exactly right. The longer people stay in a community, the more money they spend. And that's our goal, is to get them spending more money, leaving more money here, and wanting to come back and do it again. So having more hotel rooms is critical, because as you know right now, we're full up Monday through Thursday night. But having that facility attached to Convention Hall, the Event Center, offers us more packaging opportunities and offers them the chance to park once, enjoy a day, an evening activity, gives us yet another tool in our belt to go after group markets. For example, the Oklahoma Arts Council had them today here for a site visit. The opportunity to go after larger groups that require that a hotel be attached to their meeting facility. And so this enables us to go after them.
And I certainly can understand that, where you have the Event Center and Convention Hall, you can to really target certain associations in Oklahoma, and then they find out, well, Enid, we hadn't been there before. And they have this new event center, and they have a hotel and other things. So
You're right.
See where it all fits in.
Those state groups, they have members out here, so at some point they need to rotate out to this part of the state. And before the Event Center and Convention Hall and having that hotel attached, Enid wasn't able to have those groups. So now it makes the pool larger of groups that we can go after. It enlarges that customer base you were talking about that we can go after. And if those people have a good experience at their meeting, they see what Enid has, they'll bring their families back. They'll come back just for a family, a fun trip.
Sure. We touched on this a little bit earlier, Marcy, about if I'm Mr. CEO or Mrs. CEO of an organization here in Enid, and I'm going to host some type of leadership conference or just kind of a corporate reunion, if you will, I can see where I would enlist your services to help us out. But outside of that, how can Enid residents, how can they take advantage of the services of Enid First?
Well, sometimes you might have family coming to visit and you're thinking, oh dear, they're going to be here for X amount of time. What do I do with them? Give us a call. Come on down to the Welcome Center. We can go through the schedule of events, see what's happening, see what coupons might be available, and see what new things. Or they may say, oh, my grandkids are coming back again. I've run out of things to do with them. What can I do? We have information on the entire state. So I would invite residents to come down and check out the state travel guide, the state dining guide, all of that, the state agritourism. We're about this region also. If they haven't seen the new Roman Nose Lodge at Roman Nose State Park, so a lot of great things in this part of the state. So we can really help them enjoy beyond Enid, but this part of the state too. But sometimes before a holiday like Thanksgiving or a long weekend, people will say, oh, I've got family coming in, help me find some things to do with them. And we're glad to do that.
Well, you're doing a great job. I know your staff puts a lot of effort and hours into making and building these relationships, so continue with the good work. And again, congratulations on the very impressive medal that you brought with us today.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for allowing me the time to come on here and invite residents to come down and use us and use our services.
You're welcome. It's good to have you. Great information, and we may think that we know all about Enid and what's there to offer, but when in doubt, turn to Marcy Jarrett, and she can help us out. So Marcy, thanks for being our guest today.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us today on City Connections. I look forward to being with you again next week, discussing a topic that impacts all of us here in Enid. If you have a question about today's program or even have a suggestion for an upcoming program, please send your comments via email to thefuture@enid.org. For the City of Enid, I'm Steve Kime. Make it a great day.